I'm here today with Joe Hill, who's the NDP candidate for Lamourie-Kent-Essex. How are you doing today, Joe?
I'm doing very well. I've been all over the riding, but I'm still surviving.
And what brings you out to today's event?
Well, of course, we have our leader here today, and we want to support her, and we want to get her introduced to the folks around Chatham. And of course, we have two other candidates with me. We have, altogether, as far as I know, we have three of the candidates from this area. Alexandra Navarro, of course, from Chatham-Kent-Essex, myself from Lambton-Kent-Middlesex, and also Brian White from Sarnia-Lambton, who is, I want to take pride in the fact that I helped get him nominated as a candidate for the area up there, up north of here.
What message would you send out to residents of your riding about the current job situation here?
I would say that to the residents of Chatham and area that make sure that your members of parliament or your provincial members of parliament stop exporting jobs. We do not want to export jobs. We want to import jobs. We want jobs here in southwestern Ontario. We don't want them in Mexico. We don't want them in China. We want them here in Chatham and surrounding area. Okay?
Excellent. Well, thanks for speaking to us today, Joe.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks.
I'm really proud. This is my home, myself and Dave Parkinson. I'm really happy to invite everybody here and to have you guys all here and to have our special guest, Andrea Horwath and Alexandra. And I'm really happy to have a candidate in Alexandra that we can really get behind and support. I like to say she's not even our MPP yet, and she's already getting the ears of power and getting people who matter get down here to listen to our concerns. So I can only imagine what she's going to do to represent us when she actually is our member of provincial parliament. So I want to give you hopefully our new representative, our new MPP, Alexandra Navarro.
Hello. Hi, everyone. So basically I'd like to welcome everybody here. I'm so glad that we have a really good turnout. And I hope that you all got a hot dog and you're all well fed. So I'm here to welcome Andrea Horwath, our Ontario NDP leader. I think it's really exciting that she has chose to come here to Chatham to talk to the people of Navistar specifically, but also to other members of our community that have been affected by government and corporations that have chosen to make decisions that we had no part of and has affected us so much.
I'm here today with Andrea Horwath, who's the Ontario leader of the NDP. Now, what brings you to Chatham today, Andrea?
Well, I'm here to support the barbecue that was organized by our fabulous candidate for the Chatham-Kent Riding Association, who is to my right here. And Alexandra Navarro is a fabulous candidate for us. And so she asked me to come and participate and meet some of her campaign team and meet some of the fabulous people of Chatham, and so I said, sure, I'll come. And so here I am. But I mean, obviously the barbecue is also about supporting the workers who got the news just a couple of days ago about the permanent closing of the Navistar plant. And you know, Alexandra has been pretty vocal on that issue, and I'm pretty proud of how she's taken up the reins already as the candidate to fight for what's right, not only for the workers but for the rest of the province. I mean, there's no way that over $30 million should be invested in these companies and then they just walk away and take the jobs elsewhere. That's unacceptable, and it's unacceptable that that the McGuinty Liberal government's not prepared to come clean on what that contract has in terms of the job guarantees, or the fact that they're not prepared to clearly state how much money they're going to be able to recoup from that deal. So the bottom line is I'm here to support Alexandra, the great campaign team she's got on the go here, but also to acknowledge that it's in the context of supporting those workers and their families.
I'm really proud that I get to be a candidate for the Ontario NDP, and I really look forward to the upcoming election, and I look forward to seeing Andrea again and hopefully working with her in the future. And I would like to thank her for coming all the way here to talk to us. Thank you.
Well, it's excellent to have you down here in Chatham-Kent and the riding of Chatham-Kent-Essex. And our candidate for the riding is Alexandra Navarro. Is there anything that you wanted to add?
Well, I'd just like to say that I'm really excited that Andrea Horwath has taken the time out of her busy schedule to come here to Chatham to talk to the Navistar workers and to the people of our community. So thank you for being here.
My pleasure.
Yeah, we want to thank you for coming down, and finally someone at Queen's Park is actually paying attention to the residents of Chatham-Kent and the ongoing job losses in the community. So we certainly want to thank you for coming out here today and attending the event.
Well, it's my pleasure, and now I'm going to go get something off the barbecue.
Okay, excellent. You have a great time.
Okay, thanks. I'm sure I will.
I want to say I'm also proud to be here in a barbecue that's being put on to acknowledge and recognize the workers who were working at Navistar a couple years ago and unfortunately haven't been working there for the last couple of years, but were recently told that in fact the plant is not going to start up again. It is an absolute travesty that our provincial government invests over $30 million in partnership with this plant and didn't get ironclad job guarantees. Didn't make sure that the company that they were getting into partnership with was prepared to deal fairly with workers. And now we have a situation where our tax dollars have been given away more or less, and we have nothing to show for it. You know, in the private sector, you got to get return on your investment. We have to get return on taxpayers' investment as well. Yeah. And I don't have a problem if I become the premier of this province. I don't have a problem working with companies to make sure we start to refuel our manufacturing sector. Hey, I'm from Hamilton. I know how important the manufacturing sector is. I know the devastation that you're facing because my community's facing it too. But if we are going to partner with business, we're going to do it in a way where jobs are guaranteed and where a decent quality of life is the standard for workers in this province. Yeah.
Okay, I think I did it. That was the worst part. It was all over. I'm not nervous. I can't even front. I just nervous.
Thanks very much, everyone, for coming. Looking forward to the rest of the evening, and I hope everybody has a great time. Thanks for coming out.
Thank you so much. It's such an honor to have you here in Chatham, and especially here at my house. So we
It's a beautiful house, by the way.
the business community of Chatham, we're a growing community. We forgot to mention that Alexandra and I started a nonpartisan organization called Power Women of Chatham-Kent not long ago, and ladies are invited to attend. And some of the women from that, as well as some of the other community supporters, have some small businesses. And this is from Banana Andy's. It's that NDP sock puppet, and this is for diversity, all of the colors and everything. And
this is my new campaign mascot.
Excellent. We'll be glad to hear it. So Banana Andy's is a local supporter, and this is my friend Char Little is here somewhere, but Little Body Treats. You don't want to give this away because these are like little soaps and they're handmade locally. So not doing a commercial, but these are just some of the local companies that we have. So, and then just some local these were made by Michael Kerr, and just handmade beeswax candles with local products. So we have a lot of potential. We can use a lot of support from the government, and I know an NDP government would do that. So.
I just want to say thank you so much for these wonderful gifts. That definitely will become our campaign mascot. So where's Paul, our driver? Paul, we're going to put this on your shoulder. He's going to make sure that you're taking the right route. But I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to Tracy and to Dave for allowing us to be on their lawn. Thank you to Alexandra, and thank you to Eric and the Riding Association. I can't tell you how thrilled I am. It's very, very generous. Not necessary, but very, very generous. And thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Again, we'd like to thank Ontario NDP leader Andrea Horwath for taking time out of her busy schedule to stop by our house to visit the residents of Chatham. For TV Cogeco, I'm Dave Parkinson.
Take two.
You make me nervous,
Come on.